In the heart of a quaint English village, a young wizard named Elliot was preparing for an adventure unlike any other. Elliot was not your ordinary boy. He had a twinkle in his eye that spelled mischief and a heart that was brimming with wonder. His world was one of enchantments and spells, of magical creatures and mystical landscapes. Elliot was about to embark on a journey that would take him across the enchanting landscapes of Europe. He had heard stories about the continent from the older wizards in his village. Tales of towering castles, bustling cities, serene countryside, and a culture steeped in a rich, vibrant history. He dreamt of tasting the delectable cuisines, of learning new spells from foreign wizards, and of making friends with magical creatures from different lands. The anticipation was palpable. Elliot's heart pounded with excitement as he packed his bags, his mind filled with images of the places he was about to visit. He could hardly contain his joy as he folded his robes, packed his spellbooks, and of course safely tucked away his most prized possession, his magical wand. As a wizard, Elliot's means of transport was just as magical as his journey. No airplanes or trains for him. Instead, he would travel by a magical carpet, a gift from an old wizard friend. With a map of Europe in his hand and a twinkle in his eye, Elliot was ready to set off. His magical carpet was as eager as he was, fluttering in anticipation. Elliot took one last look at his beloved village. He could see the cobblestone streets, the charming houses, and the familiar faces of his friends waving him goodbye. A sense of nostalgia washed over him, but it was quickly replaced with a feeling of excitement. He was about to step out of his comfort zone and dive into the unknown, and he couldn't wait to begin. And so, with a flick of his wand and a swirl of his cape, Elliot embarked on his magical journey, ready to discover the enchanting wonders of Europe. As Elliot flew over the Italian countryside, a peculiar structure caught his eye, leaning precariously to one side. Beneath him, nestled in the heart of the city of Pisa, stood a tower unlike any he'd seen before. It was a vision of gleaming white marble, piercing the sky with its lofty height. But what truly intrigued Elliot was its uncanny tilt. It was as if this grand tower, a marvel of medieval engineering, had decided to lean in for a closer look at the world around it. Elliot, being a wizard of curious nature, couldn't resist the urge to investigate. He swooped down, circling the tower, his eyes wide with awe and fascination. The tower, with its 8 stories of elegantly carved arcades and circular walls, seemed to defy gravity itself. It leaned, yes, but it did not fall. It was a testament to the power of human ingenuity, a symbol of resilience in the face of adversity. The young wizard, in his childlike wonder, decided to lend a magical hand. He turned his wand towards the tower, muttered an incantation, and a beam of warm light shot out, enveloping the tower. For a moment, it seemed to shudder, as if contemplating straightening up, but then, it settled back to its characteristic lean. Elliot tried again, this time with a more powerful spell, but the tower remained stubborn, holding onto its slant with a sort of dignified pride. It was not a flaw to be corrected, Elliot realized, but rather a unique trait, a part of the tower's identity that made it stand out amidst the architectural wonders of the world. With a newfound respect, Elliot landed gently on the lush green lawn surrounding the tower, studying it one last time. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, he thought, was a reminder that the world was full of peculiarities, each more fascinating than the last. With a laugh and a wave, Elliot left the stubborn tower to its lean, carrying with him a sense of wonder and a new understanding of the world's peculiarities. Next, Elliot found himself gazing in awe at a massive iron structure piercing the sky of Paris. The Eiffel Tower, a marvel of human ingenuity, loomed before him, its lattice ironwork reaching up into the heavens, a beacon of grandeur and elegance. His eyes trailed from the base, where people scurried about like ants, all the way to the summit, a pinnacle lost in the clouds. The enormity of it left him breathless, as he marveled at how something so colossal could still appear so delicate. Elliot, with his wizarding powers, didn't need elevators or stairs to ascend. A swift flick of his wand and a whispered incantation, and he was soaring upwards, the ground receding swiftly beneath him. The wind whistled in his ears as he climbed higher and higher, the iron giant growing even more impressive as he neared its peak. Reaching the top, Elliot's heart skipped a beat. The view that unfolded before him was nothing short of magical, even by wizarding standards. Paris, the city of lights, sparkled beneath him, a sprawling tapestry of twinkling lights and winding rivers. The Seine snaked its way through the city, reflecting the glow of the street lamps on its glassy surface. Landmarks dotted the cityscape, each a testament to the city's rich history and culture. But none were as magnificent as the tower he stood upon. From this vantage point, Elliot could see the entirety of Paris stretched out beneath him. The city was alive, pulsating with energy and light. The hustle and bustle of the streets, the soft hum of the city, everything seemed so distant yet so vivid from up here. The young wizard felt a sense of wonder and exhilaration that was hard to put into words. He closed his eyes, letting the cool breeze ruffle his hair and the distant sounds of the city fill his ears. This was a moment Elliot wished he could freeze in time, a memory he wanted to keep safe and revisit whenever he desired. With the city of lights twinkling beneath him, Elliot etched the sight into his memory, promising to carry the sparkle of Paris wherever he went. Elliot's journey then took him to a city like no other, a city where roads were made of water. Venice, a city floating on the Adriatic Sea, presented a spectacle that left our young wizard spellbound. The canals of Venice, to Elliot, were like veins coursing with life through the body of the city. They were arteries of connection, binding the city together, where gondolas replaced cars and waterways stood in for streets. Elliot was fascinated by these slender boats, their glossy black bodies gliding smoothly over the shimmering water under the guidance of the gondoliers, who steered with an ease that seemed almost magical. Every corner turned, every waterway navigated, revealed an ornate bridge arching gracefully over the canals. These bridges, each with their own tale, were like gateways to different chapters of history. Elliot, the young wizard, was captivated by them, seeing not just stone and mortar, but stories etched in time. As he journeyed through the labyrinth of waterways, Elliot interacted with the locals, the true custodians of Venice's soul. He met gondoliers, singing age-old songs in voices that carried the weight of tradition, shopkeepers who sold masks that echoed the city's love for theater and drama, and artists who captured the city's beauty in strokes of vibrant color. Each person he met added a new layer to his understanding of Venice, painting a picture of a city that lived and breathed in harmony with the water. Elliot's magical journey through the canals of Venice was not just a passage through water, it was a voyage through history, culture, and the heart of a city unlike any other. It was a dance with the water, a song sung in unison with the city's heartbeat, a story narrated by the city itself. As he left the floating city behind, Elliot carried with him the gentle rhythm of the water and the warm smiles of its people. Venice had etched itself into the heart of our young wizard, leaving him with memories as beautiful and enduring as the city itself. Venturing further into the heart of Europe, Elliot found himself among the ancient ruins of a civilization long past. Poised high above the city of Athens, Elliot stood in the shadow of the magnificent Parthenon. His youthful eyes widened in awe at the grandeur of this ancient edifice. Built in the 5th century BCE, the Parthenon was once a temple dedicated to the goddess Athena. Today, it stands as a symbol of the power and wisdom of the ancient Greeks, a civilization that laid the foundations for much of our modern world. As Elliot walked among the towering pillars, he marveled at the weight of history surrounding him. Each stone, each crack, each weathered statue spoke of tales long past, of heroes and gods, of wisdom and war. To Elliot, the Acropolis was not just a collection of ruins. It was a bridge to a time long gone, a testament to the enduring spirit of human achievement. With a wave of his wand, Elliot brought his unique brand of magic to the exploration. He attempted to converse with the ancient statues, to coax from them stories of the past. He imagined Athena herself descending from the heavens, her owl perched on her shoulder, her aegis shimmering in the sun. He saw philosophers debating in the agora, their words carried on the wind. He watched as dramas unfolded in the theater of Dionysus, the laughter and tears of the audience echoing through the years. Every corner of the Acropolis seemed to hum with the echoes of ancient tales. Elliot listened, his heart pounding in his chest, his mind reeling with the magnitude of it all. He was a small wizard in a vast world, but here, among the ruins of the Acropolis, he felt connected to something greater, something timeless. With the echoes of ancient tales still ringing in his ears, Elliot bid farewell to the Acropolis, carrying with him the weight of history and the wisdom of ages. Finally, Elliot reached the edge of the continent, where the sky danced with colors in the cold Arctic night. The sight was like a dream, the kind you have when you're nestled under warm blankets on a frosty evening, with the wind whispering sagas of ancient times outside your window. The Northern Lights, or as the locals call it, the Aurora Borealis, unfurled across the sky like a cosmic ballet, swirling in an array of green, purple, and blue. To Elliot, it was as though the universe itself was putting on a show, painting the heavens with its ethereal brush. He felt a tug in his heart, a sense of connection to something far greater than himself. The lights didn't just illuminate the sky, they also lit a spark within him, a spark that danced and twirled in rhythm with the celestial spectacle. Undeterred by the biting cold, Elliot raised his wand, his breath fogging up in the frosty air. He imagined the magic that resided in him. The same magic that had brought him across the breadth of Europe was akin to the cosmic energy that birthed the northern lights. With a twirl of his wand, he cast a spell, his voice echoing softly through the icy expanse. The magic danced from his wand, mimicking the colors of the aurora borealis. It twirled and swirled, adding another layer to the cosmic ballet that was painting the night sky. The wizard, young as he was, had joined the dance of the universe, his magic intertwining with the magic of the cosmos. The night grew deeper, the aurora's colors waxing and waning until finally they began to fade as dawn approached. Elliot stood there, his heart echoing with the dance of the lights. It was a dance he knew he would carry within him, a dance that spoke of beauty, wonder, and the magic that lies in every corner of our world. As the colors faded into the dawn, Elliot knew his journey had come full circle. He carried with him the magic of the lights, a symbol of his own magical journey across Europe. With his heart filled with memories and his mind brimming with stories, Elliot returned to his quaint English village. The echoes of his magical journey across Europe still resonated in his soul, each location a vibrant chapter in his grand adventure. Beginning with the Leaning Tower of Pisa, Elliot had marveled at its peculiar slant, a testament to the intriguing blend of art, architecture, and nature's whims. He had reveled in the curious tales spun around its creation, each one adding a layer of mystery to its allure. Next, the Eiffel Tower had beckoned him. The iron lattice structure, standing tall and proud, had whispered stories of love and romance, of dreams nurtured and fulfilled. Elliot had been captivated by its grandeur, a symbol of human achievement against the backdrop of the Parisian skyline. Then there was the enchanting city of Venice, with its intricate network of canals and gondolas gliding through the waterways. The city had been a labyrinth of wonder, each turn revealing a new spectacle, a new story. The whispers of the past resonated in the city's fabric, and Elliot had listened with rapt attention. Athens had been next, with its ancient Acropolis standing as a testament to a bygone era. The tales of gods and goddesses, heroes and myths had captivated Elliot, opening his eyes to the richness of human imagination and the power of belief. Finally, the northern lights had crowned his journey. The ethereal dance of colors in the sky, a phenomenon that defied explanation, had filled Elliot with awe. It was a reminder of the boundless beauty of nature, a spectacle that no magic could replicate. As he settled back into his familiar surroundings, Elliot knew he had seen Europe not just through the eyes of a wizard, but through the eyes of a child, full of wonder, magic, and endless curiosity.